What's up? You're listening to an episode of Fresh Floppies. Welcome to the show. You've done it.
Wait, we didn't talk about what number it was beforehand.
Damn it. I know, because I don't remember.
It is
116.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's after 115, before 120, so we're somewhere in there.
Yeah. Welcome to episode 116 through 119, maybe. It's a choose your own adventure.
Look at the last one and then add one if you're curious. It's this one.
What's up to all our sidekicks and henchfolk out there in the Geek Nation? Thank you so much for joining us on a very special episode of Fresh Floppies, a show wherein Jeremy and I and Noel, but Noel is not with us this week. He sends us his love to give to you. It's not love for us. It is love for you, the listener.
But we take some on the way. We skim a little off the top.
Skim a little.
Because we need some love.
That's right. I'm JD of Johnny Destructo's Hero Complex, located at 4327 Main Street, Philadelphia, PA 19127. With me is Jeremy.
The J stands for Johnny and the D stands for Destructo, I think.
Oh, look at you.
Wow.
Using your check out the big brain on Brad. We're here to talk about this week's books, but without spoilers.
Oh, we're not going to give him an ASMR episode?
Hey. Oh, actually, it was really funny. There's this app called TikTok.
Wow.
And I don't know if it was on TikTok or if it was on Instagram or if it was on Facebook.
Don't forget YouTube.
Or YouTube, because everyone's just TikTok now. But it was the scene, one of my favorite scenes from Hereditary. Mm-hmm. But it's that fucking face on your face, like the dinner table scene. You've never seen this movie, have you?
No.
You're looking at me with the what are you talking about?
I'm excited to hear about it.
Oh, it's one of my all-time favorite horror movies. It just came out a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. Anyway, there's a whole scene where Toni Collette is yelling at her son and her family at the dinner table, and it's such a Oscar-winning performance that didn't win an Oscar.
Because it's horror.
Because horror.
Yeah.
That woman should. I don't know if she has any Oscars, but she should. She's real good. But the whole scene of her screaming is just done in ASMR.
Oh my God.
Which is kind of almost creepier. Anyway, hey, let's talk about the comics that came out this week. Save Now, #1, from a publisher I don't care about generally because they do some weird stuff when it comes to like planned obsolescence and trying to make things rarer than they are just because. But they're called Bad Idea. And this book is by Matt Kindt, K-I-N-D-T. I've never known how to say that. Matt Kindt with Tomas Giarello, and this is issue #1, Save Now. And first of all, we've fallen by the wayside on doing this, but when Noel and I started doing Fresh Floppies, we would do a presentation review.
Oh, really?
Of how the book is presented.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, for sure. The paper, the cardstock for the cover is glorious. It is part matte finish, part glossy finish with some, what do you call that? Spot varnish as well. And holy shit, what a presentation. You had said before we went live that this is a masterclass on how comics should be presented, but only the indie people seem to be doing it this way.
Yes. And like I get it partly from a consumer standpoint because like it's $5.99, which is cheaper than I expected of the quality of the print, to be honest.
Yeah, I would think like $7.99 at today's price point.
Right. And I can understand how Marvel and DC wouldn't want to make every single comic $5.99. Like it's nice to see that little 3 of the $3.99 on there. I get it. But honestly, if they gave me cardstock like quality options of every single issue, actually now that I say that out loud, DC does have cardstock variants.
They do.
However,
which are $1 more than the regular issues.
However, the inside paper still always sucks butt.
It does.
And my grubby little hands get grubby little fingerprints all over my comic books. Ugh. And I really wish they didn't because I don't. Same. I like to hold my books and tightly because I'm excited.
You grip up on them. Uh-huh. And it's even worse with Marvel because Marvel for a little while there, they're not quite as bad right now, but there was a period where the cover of their comic book was the same paper as the inside.
Oh, really?
Very flimsy. Like, as a retailer, I would get a ton of damages because the book would just crumple as soon as you looked at it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, anyway, Save Now. This is, I'm a sucker for a time travel story, and this is that. And it's a gentleman who is part of a super team, and his ability is to go back to save points, like a video game.
Right.
So they'll go up against a villain, they'll lose, he'll rewind back to the save point, they'll try again. And for him, he knows he keeps aging, but the rest of his team or anyone else involved with with going back and reliving,
pretty much the entirety of the rest of the world, I think.
Gets reset. Right. Yeah. So he knows all of it, but his teammates are like, "Oh, we nailed it on the first go," and he's like, "You guys, no, we did this 100 times. You guys are the worst." But then on top of that, already very cool premise, which I've always thought would be fun. There's other issues wrapped up in that.
Yeah.
That come to light, and some morality play, which I like. I thought
too.
this was fresh AF.
I wholeheartly agree. Yeah, it takes, in the first 3 pages, it takes a real hard left turn in terms of like what the story is going to be. Like, you're quickly introduced to the team, and they are fighting some baddies, and you get a feel for how his powers work, and then immediately we're in an entirely different scenario.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out the boundaries of his powers, the consequences of his powers, how they affect his life. It's a lot more interesting than I expected.
Yes.
When I was reading the first couple pages, I thought it was way cooler than I anticipated.
100%. Yeah, historically, I don't think I've ever been moved by a Matt Kindt project. He's not someone that I really look for. But the cover of this, which is an illustration of our main character with a bunch of watches, he's looking at a bunch of watches up on his wrist, but then the half of his whole body seems to be fading into time. Like, you can see his musculature and everything underneath his skin and everything. And it's just a really evocative and well done cover that made me excited to read it. And then, holy shit, the whole thing was awesome. I don't know if this is a miniseries or an ongoing, but this is really, really good. 100%. If you go to your local comic shop this week, pick this up.
Not to blow our load on the first book, but I think it might be my favorite one from this week.
It 100% is.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
Fresh AF.
I kind of want to reread it. I enjoyed it so much.
Do it right now.
Yeah.
Read it out
You know
loud.
what? Everyone just listen to me flip the pages.
We can go
That'll
back
be
to ASMR. Yeah.
Just flipping pages quietly. And the art's really, really nice. The coloring isn't overdone. This is really, really awesome. Man, this is wonderful. I'm just sorry. I got lost flipping through it. What do you got? I'll tell you.
What do you got?
It's me still.
You
I'm going to keep
flash
going.
me?
Absolute Flash number 8, DC Presents All In. Absolute Flash number 8 by Jeff Lemire and Travis Moore. I should have been prepared. But you know what? You sprung this on me. I had no idea that we would be doing it again this week like we do every week at the same exact time.
It's okay.
So it's
every
really your
single
fault.
time forget to mention the authors and artists.
I'm gonna say, you know what? Travis Moore. I'm just going to say it's Travis Moore. So I read the first issue or two, I believe, with Noel, just side by side, drinking our hot cocoa, arm in arm, reading the first couple of issues. And neither of us were particularly impressed, even though I'm a big Flash fan. But within the past week, I have been catching up with all of Absolute Flash. And I got to say, if you started off with Flash as I did and were like, this is fine, I think it's the first several issues are a little too decompressed, which just means that it takes way too long for anything to happen. It's just, while a thing happens to Wally, he gets powers, and then several issues of just him on the run going up against the rogues who were trying to take him out. And it just was it felt like it was, pardon the pun, running in place.
Ew.
But this issue takes a look back at how we got where we got in the first issue. We're introduced to Barry Allen, which I won't spoil his fate,
Bralin.
but it probably wasn't great. So this sort of like catches us up on everything that led to the first issue, and it's fascinating. I think it's really well done. The art is really well done. I really like this. I'm still going to say Travis Moore.
Oh, yeah, I checked.
Basing that on nothing. Okay, good.
Yeah, I went to an old issue.
But I'm going to try this again with Green Lantern. I fell off of Absolute Green Lantern.
Me too.
Because I absolutely did not care.
Correct.
Pun again. And looking at the newest issue, I was like, oh man, shoot, maybe I should catch up on Absolute Green Lantern. It looks like it's getting interesting.
I'd be very curious to hear your thoughts, because you and I both kind of agreed at one point that it just like wasn't particularly enjoyable.
No.
And things felt, I want to say, a little overcomplicated and a little cluttered in terms of all like the name and terminology drops that they're doing. So I'd be curious to see what you think about it.
Yeah.
And if you think it's worth revisiting, especially for someone like me who doesn't know virtually anything about Green Lantern lore. Mm-hmm. It felt like they were dropping a lot of names that I should know.
Yeah,
and
man.
Didn't.
Yeah, I knew all the names, and I was still like, all right, guys, relax. This new Absolute Green Lantern issue 7 that came out, I mean, maybe a week or two ago, has Jason Howard and Riley Rosmo on art. And I think a big problem that I have as a reader is if I do not like the art, I find the story less engaging immediately.
Yeah, fair. That is half of the.
It's very half the experience. But looking at these two artists that I think are far more interesting than the previous original artist. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to go read this. But yeah, Absolute Flash. Jump on it if you. With this issue, I think this is a wonderful starting point if you fell off or haven't tried it yet, because this is basically a prequel.
Awesome. This is number 7, you said?
Number 7.
Awesome.
No, I lied. That's number 8.
Number 8.
I'm a real piece of shit. It's number 8. What do you got there, sir?
Well, I got Titans number 28, which is the first of a handful of DCKO tie-ins.
Handful. That's a big hand you got there, brother.
Well, to be fair, I'm also comparing currently to the X event, which is about 18 hands full. So
Ray, who works here, I asked them to kind of make me a list of all the Age of Revelation tie-ins. 50 something.
There are 55 individual issues in the event. Yeah.
F off. Anyway, DCKO tie-in Titans number
28 by man,
John Layman.
We both had time for this.
Pete
Woods.
Pete Woods. Oh yeah. Good artist. I like this art.
Letter Wes Abbott. Great.
Hold on. Shut up. Do you care about Titans? Are you a Titans boy? Because I grew up a Titans boy. Like I've always liked the sidekicks and the teen heroes.
My like lifelong Titans experience is Teen Titans as a kid, the cartoon.
Wonderful, great cartoon. Not so much Teen Titans Go, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I never watched Go.
Yeah, Teen Titans.
And I was on probably the first 2, maybe even 3 story arcs of this Titans run.
Oh, dope. Because Tom Taylor. Sure. He's the guy who wrote Nightwing.
Oh, really?
Like my favorite Nightwing run of all time, and now he's doing Detective. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah. I enjoyed it, but Titans fell to the wayside when I had to do a regular purge of my pull list.
Yeah.
Not because it's bad, just because it wasn't the thing I was most excited to get every month, you know?
Same.
But I did enjoy this issue.
Okay.
In terms of, like, I think you and I were talking about right before the podcast that, like, we enjoy the found family dynamic of all these characters.
Yeah.
They're all very unique and have a lot of their own issues, but they're constant, like, working together and sorting it all out. It feels a lot more genuine than most hero teams, I think. This issue is, I mean, even the cover gives it away. It says Evacuation Earth, at least cover A. And in the original DCKO number 1, we are told that the Titans are assigned to handling the evacuation of the Earth. So this issue is pretty much just how they do that. Mm-hmm. Like, we know what it is they're doing. We kind of know how they're doing it already. But this just goes into more detail and the struggle and issues along with trying to accomplish that. Yeah.
I do love me some Titans. I just like the younger superhero team, not like the premier team. And this is very interesting because throughout the decades, there have been different Titans towers, which are adorably all shaped like a T.
Absolutely.
And they have retrofitted these Titan towers to also be evacuation hubs. So they're trying to fill as many people into these towers as they possibly can from Earth and shoot them off into space. And really, that's it. It's just all of these Titans, these friends and family, having to deal with the fact that the Earth is probably not going to be here much longer. We need to get everyone out. And we also have to say goodbye to each other and sort of like the drama that comes along with that and the sadness and everything. I thought this was fine. I think that this is a mid follow-up to what is so far in only one issue, a mid event.
Yeah, it doesn't offer a whole lot more than what we already got.
Yeah.
I will say there is one little bit in there that I feel like helped my mental grasping of this event, which I don't necessarily want to mention just for the sake of spoiler stuff, but it's not even that major of a spoiler. It's more of just like a sentence that I'm like, oh, okay. But otherwise, it doesn't offer more information. It doesn't bring us any further down the timeline.
No.
It's kind of just what was happening away from the main focus of the Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, if you're on the Titans right now, I think it's a perfectly fine issue.
Yeah.
If you are just trying to keep track of DCKO, I don't feel like you need to pick this up.
No. Yeah, exactly. If you're just reading the DCKO tie-ins, this is not a must-buy. Yeah.
We're good.
But if you're already on Titans, read it.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
good. Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
good tightening. Titans doing some Titan stuff.
Yeah.
I would say fresh.
Yeah.
Just straight down the.
It's
fresh.
a comic book.
Yeah, it is a comic book. We read it. Hey, you know what else was a comic book, but we didn't read it? Only I read it. It's called Catacomb of Torment, and this is from EC Comics. So, oh man, I grew up reading. I don't know if they were reprints. I think they were reprints of old EC comics. So, Jeremy, do you know any of the history of EC Comics?
No.
All right. So there was a show in the 90s called Tales from the Crypt.
That rings a bell, yeah.
It is one of my all-time favorite horror shows. It remains to this day. And it had a star-studded cast in the 90s of different directors, writers, actors. And it was just, it was like super gory. And there was a lot of nudity and cursing and stuff. So as a kid, I was like, oh, yeah, this is for me.
Let's go, dude.
And all of those stories were based off of old EC comics, which are historically horror comics, vignettes.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yes. EC stands for entertaining comic, an entertaining comic.
That's fair.
But when a little bit of history, did you ever hear of the Comics Code?
Oh, yeah. That I know about.
So the Comics Code came about because Lamos went to the government and said, well, these are ruining our kids' lives and making them more violent and all this other stuff. Same thing with video games. Same thing with the what do they call that? The Satan. Oh shit! What was that called?
Satanic Panic.
Satanic Panic. All that sort of stuff. It comes around every.
I do love Satan.
Every generation.
Because of that.
Yeah. Right. Sometimes I panic at how much I love Satan. But that's what created the Comics Code. I
didn't realize it was that.
The horror comics from EC. But now they're back. Now that the Comics Code doesn't exist, there are maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7, I want to say, different EC titles. And Catacomb of Torment is the newest one. This is issue number 4. And it's just the same as a bunch of the other ones. They are horror vignettes by different writers and artists. And this was great. I think that a lot of anthology comics are peaks and valleys. Like, I don't think that,
right, naturally.
You might get a whole bunch of nonsense, bad comics. You might get some good ones. This was great. This is going to make people who hate woke things mad.
Oh, love it.
The first one is about a woman who lives near a sundown town in the South, and she is commissioned. She sews, and she is commissioned by the mayor to make a rebel flag. And another one is about a woman who grows a garden, but then also keeps her eye out for women who are being abused, and I won't say why. And then the last one. Oh my
God! Sorry, I'm watching you flip through the book. And I just see a gnarly page.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
And then the last one, called Whodunit, is a fun little mystery, a closed door mystery with a surprise ending. So this one, if you're looking for, like, it's spooky time, it's October, and you're looking for some horror stuff, Catacomb of Torment number 4 might scratch that itch. I really liked all 3 stories here.
Hell yeah.
They were really good. I really enjoyed it. I should tell you some of the people. Patricia Jackson and Sean Martinborough did These Are the Colors That Run. Amy Roy and Fabiana Mascolo did Mary Mary, How Does Your Garden Grow? And Jarn Arcudi and Sean McManus did Whodunit.
Nice.
Yeah, this was great. Catacomb of Torment. There's also other ones, though. Here's the thing. There's, what's this one called? There's a new one called Outlaw Showdown coming soon, which is
fun.
Just a bunch of revenge westerns.
Give me that.
Yeah.
Put that on my list right now.
Right? And then there's another one called, there's another one that's like sci-fi based. And there's another one that is, what's the other one? There's sci-fi, western, and I can't remember the other one, but there's another really cool one.
Is it pirates or ninjas or medieval fantasy or I'm just trying to.
It's Sword and Sorcery.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it's Cruel Universe is the sci-fi one, and then Cruel Kingdom is the Sword and Sorcery one.
Nice.
Yeah, man. If you like vignettes and anthologies, jump on the EC train. They're doing great.
Nice, dude.
Pretty dang fresh.
Pretty dang fresh.
Is it time for the X Corner?
I think it's the X Corner.
Where we call our ex-girlfriends and we put them on air and then they make fun of us.
It's okay. My wife doesn't listen to this podcast anyway.
Nobody does.
Hey, if you're out there and you're listening, I love you.
Yeah. So does Noel, remember?
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah.
We skimmed a little off the top.
Noel loves you a little bit more. He's inching closer and closer to an audience member, so now he just has
That's
to.
That's true. He doesn't listen to this show either.
All right, so X Corner. We got 4 more issues of Age of Revelation tie-ins. I'm just going to read you the intro page to one of these because they've been recycling the same exact issue or intro for every issue, and it gives you a little bit of a rundown. 10 years ago, the X-Virus swept the U.S. After the detonation of a gene bomb. Millions died. Those who survived became mutants. The affected areas grew into the Revelation territories, a mutant nation ruled by Doug Ramsey, a.k.a. Revelation. Previously...
He can command people with just a word and strip anyone who defies him of their ability to communicate at all, turning them into babbles. Some mutants have joined Revelation's ranks as his choristers and seraphim. Some are plotting a resistance, and everyone else, they're just trying to stay alive.
Yes. So that's pretty much the rundown. Yeah. The only other context you need is like we only got into this event via Beast and Cyclops getting mentally transported from their quote-unquote current day bodies to 10 years in the future bodies.
Yes.
So that's effectively everything you need to know right now. The 4 issues that we got were Sinister's 6, Unbreakable X-Men, Rogue Storm, Iron and Frost. I think... Oh boy, where do we want to start?
Unbreakable X-Men, because it's Gail Simone. And so if you're reading Uncanny X-Men... The 1-to-1 is Unbreakable X-Men because that is Gail Simone writing this book.
Yes, and it is dealing with Rogue and Gambit and the new team of younger X-Men that they're all hanging out with in Haven, Louisiana, at the Haven House.
At the Haven House in Haven, Louisiana. That's right. Wow.
Yo, I'm the best.
Yo, you did it.
I take my X Corner seriously. This one was, it was fine. It's, I think, kind of similar to how we were talking about Titans. If you're already on Uncanny X-Men and you want to carry on into Unbreakable X-Men, then we do get a decent story with the characters that you already know and enjoy, jumped forward into the future. But it doesn't feel particularly essential to the whole Age of Revelation event.
Oh, okay.
It also... feels a little bit nonsensical.
Oh.
To say that the context of this issue seems entirely out of the blue. Oh. Like the main conflict here.
I read the first 3 pages and I went, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
We're doing that?
The main conflict here it was unmentioned by anyone in this event previously.
Yeah.
It is forcing some relevancy by the end of the issue, but it doesn't feel connected to everything else that's happening. So I would say it is
so
pretty fresh.
Yeah.
But like the deeper tone pretty, so it's a little bit lower than like mid fresh.
Pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Pretty fresh.
It's
fine.
Which is honestly, it's fine. And that opinion kind of carries through the rest of these X issues. But next we can go to Iron and Frost, which is written by Kavan Scott and art by Owari or Vari Coleman. I can't tell if that's a U or a V.
Yeah, weird font.
I think it's a U. I think it's Owari Coleman.
Yeah, Cavan Scott or Cavan Scott. I don't know how to say his name. He has done some Star Wars novels.
Oh, gotcha.
That's where I know that name from.
So Iron and Frost, again, we're skipping forward into the future. I want to say not the entire 10 years. I think it's 6 or 7 years into the future. This is mainly, at least this issue is mainly focused on Emma Frost and what she is doing as the X virus is becoming more and more of an issue. trying to save people, trying to stop other people, doing her darndest to help and be a hero and all that fun stuff. She does suffer some consequences in the process, and then we get an interesting character reveal at the end. I can't even tell you who the character is because that would spoil it, but we see a character, how they have evolved over the past few years, and we're left curious if it's even the same person or not.
Okay, cool.
This one, I think if you like Emma Frost, you'll like this. I think Frost is a cool character in her constant, like, trying to save people while also maintaining the idea that she's better than everybody around her.
Yeah.
I do very much enjoy her characterization, so I did enjoy this. I'd say it was fresh. Yet again, doesn't seem entirely relevant to the big picture. However, that can be the nature of tie-ins. So if you like Emma Frost, I jump into this. I'm not positive how involved Iron Man is going to be. He was marginally relevant in this issue. I'm sure he'll become more relevant as this short series goes on.
Flipping through it, the art's really nice.
Yeah.
I'm curious about this. The cover you picked that you're reading, holy cats. What a cover. It's
cover A, I think.
No, this is a variant. This is a variant cover. This is Emma Frost fully diamond up, but then she's also holding Stark's arc reactor in her hand.
Yep.
This is gorgeous.
That's very nice.
I'm sorry, how fresh?
Just fresh. Middle of the road.
Just fresh?
Yeah.
Is this fresher? We're going to do it.
It's fresher
than Unbreakable?
I would say so, yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And then next?
Next, we have Rogue Storm, which is... This feels a bit more relevant to the bigger picture. We're getting some sight into Storm's evolution during this whole thing. And we pretty quickly in page 2 or 3 come to be shown that she is currently very chaotic and cannot be relied upon in this moment.
Like mentally or her powers?
Mentally.
Oh, okay.
Like she's behaving like a different person, can't be entirely trusted. So this issue has to do with a team that has deployed themselves to go
Deal
attack Storm. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Ruh-roh, Raggy.
It's a fun action book. There are some interesting fight scenes. Of the group, I think this is the one that I would probably be most curious about issue 2 to figure out where this is going to go.
I'll tell you, I was excited about it because I like Rogue and I like Storm. And the fact that they were going to square off, I was like, oh, that could be pretty cool. And then I opened it and looked at the art. Yes. And I immediately went, I'm good.
I thank you for pointing that out because I honestly was just looking at the cover and didn't open the book back up. I read it last night. I did open to the first page and was immediately overwhelmed. Whereas I want to say from a couple weeks ago, we picked up Skinbreaker. Yeah. And do you remember who did the art on that?
Yeah, man, that's oh God, I almost said Liam Sharp. That's not Liam Sharp. David Finch.
So whereas in Skinbreaker, David Finch's art is very detailed, fills up the entire page. There's nothing in the background is like out of focus or blurry, but the characters and focus are still at the forefront. Whereas the art in Rogue Storm is very detailed, very colorful, very chaotic, but almost the characters get lost in the full panel, in my opinion.
I think what could be doing it is also some of the coloring here. Yeah, coloring. I'm also going to push back a little on the detail. You said it's very detailed. I'm going to say it's not very detailed at all. This is, especially if you're going to say it in the same sentence as David Finch. This is a very sort of different detailing.
Sure.
Swaths of black as opposed to a lot of fine lines.
Fair.
But yeah, this feels, God, who does this feel like to me? This feels like another artist. Kirk. Somebody Kirk. I can't remember his name. But yeah. Leonard Kirk. It feels a little bit like Leonard Kirk if Leonard Kirk tried a little less. God, that was mean. I didn't mean it to sound mean, but
no,
that's where I'm coming from.
I'm also oh, you know what?
Tell me.
I take back everything I said in the past 2 minutes.
Great.
I am thinking of this book.
Oh, you're thinking of Sinister 6.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Okay.
I'm thinking of when I opened up the first page of Sinister 6.
This is yeah.
I was very overwhelmed.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. This works. Also, I think it's the coloring.
No, I agree.
Everything's hyped up to 12.
Yep.
Everything
Which
is
honestly,
super...
I'm a sucker for colors.
Yeah.
And in like a poster, I would love that.
Yeah.
But when I'm trying to decipher action and read it, not so much. So let's move on to Sinister 6.
Well, what did you think of Rogue Storm?
Oh, what I think of Rogue Storm.
How fresh? Compared to Unbreakable and Iron?
It is...
You said that's the one that you're most interested in reading the second one, right?
I did.
I didn't mean to confuse you.
No, you're fine. I think... I think so far the ranking is Rogue Storm, Iron and Frost, Unbreakable X-Men.
Wonderful. And then wrap us up with what's the other? Oh, Sinister's 6.
Then Sinister's 6.
Cute name.
It is. It is, for those who don't know, Sinister 'S. Well, Sinister himself is Mr. Sinister, a character in, X history, mutant history. I don't even know. He has some weird mutant powers himself, but for the most part, his main thing is the fact that he loves collecting people's genes and cloning people and just screwing around.
That's his kink.
He's really chaotic. He can't be trusted literally ever.
There's a bunch of them, right? How many Sinisters are there in this?
We only see one in this.
Okay.
But he does have a tendency to clone himself and send his clones out to do his dirty work. So you never know if you're dealing with the real Sinister.
And depending on who's writing him, he can be a very fun and funny character.
He can be, yeah.
Yeah.
This is effectively Sinister has assembled his own team. We don't really get much insight into how he gathered the team, if they're clones of any kind. There are some characters here who were affected by the X virus. Some people who were previously, we see them like page 2. They were previously human, are now not human. They are now mutated, which is very interesting. We don't see how he gathered this team, but he recruits this team to go out, get a resource for him in his endeavor to try to investigate and potentially, but again, you can't trust him, potentially cure this X virus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And actually, in terms of relevancy to the greater story, this one feels the most important to me of the group.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Great cover. You have another variant cover here, which is Black Cat turning into a mutant.
Yeah.
Yeah. This looks like, is that Lee Garbett? Who drew that? Oh yeah, Lee Garbett. Yeah, this looks fun. I was almost expecting when I saw that Sinister's 6 was going to be coming out. Part of me wondered if it would just be 6 Sinisters.
That would make a lot of sense.
Like he's his own team. But this looks fun. Yeah, the intensity of the colors is ramped up, but the rest of the art I actually quite like. It's kind of nice. And this is an interesting team to put together. Is that Phantom Egg? Who is that? The fun thing about this is you don't know who everyone is.
Yeah, everyone looks a little bit different.
Yeah.
Than you're used to.
So yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, and this is how fresh.
This is right underneath Rogue Storm for me.
Oh, so Rogue Storm, then Sinister's 6,
then Iron and Frost, then Unbreakable X-Men.
All right, great.
Which is funny. Unbreakable X-Men could continue in a way that makes it very important to the overall event. Mm-hmm. This issue doesn't necessarily make me believe that.
Okay.
But Sinister's 6, like I feel like they have given me a projected path that makes the most sense in terms of relevancy.
Okay.
So that one feels relatively significant to me. Rogue Storm, I like Storm. If you like Storm, I'd say go with it. If you like Rogue, give it a shot. I'm hesitant to recommend it and you'll see why.
Okay.
If a Rogue fan reads it.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Let's wrap it up with One World Under Doom, number 8. And this is by Ryan North and R.B. Silva. And this, I went to go read this, and I thought, as I'm opening it, I don't know. I feel like it's been a while since I read the last issue. Is this getting a little too long in the tooth? Is it sort of losing its oomph for me? Because I think it started off really good, and every issue I really enjoy. But I was like, I don't know. Also, I wasn't sure. Like for some reason, I thought this was the last issue, number 8. It's not. And this was a baller issue.
It was
again.
really good.
Again, every issue of this book is. Ryan North is climbing up my ladder of important creators. With his stuff that he's doing in Fantastic Four, the fact that he's writing a Fantastic Four that I legitimately want to read every issue of, and that is not how I've ever been as a FF fan, been very fair weather with those characters. Every issue he does for the FF, he brings a really cool, high concept that I think a different writer would use for a full 6-issue story arc. And my man, Ryan North, just uses it for one issue and then we never see it again. He's not milking these big ideas. I don't know how he keeps getting them, frankly. They're really fun. And he does a similar thing in the last issue where I thought Reed Richards goes up against Doom in a really cool way. I was like, oh, of course Reed would do that. Duh. And of course fails.
Yeah, but the cool thing is it's presented in a way where like it feels like, okay, this is the big shot that works.
Oh, this is the thing.
Yeah.
Almost every issue has like the, here we go.
Yep.
Nope, psych.
Uh-huh.
And then this one, so good. It's still, again, so good. And they're really milking, I think, for the better, the relationship between Doom and his niece.
Yep.
Valeria.
Yes.
Franklin. No, Franklin's the Richards.
Yes.
I don't know why I stumbled on that, but yeah, really, really fun. It's a big slobber knocker of an issue where everybody's throwing everything they can at Doom, and Doom just keeps on winning, which we find out why in an issue of Fantastic Four recently. And
true, yeah.
This has a brutal cliffhanger.
It does.
I couldn't, when I turned the page, I was like, no way. Oh no. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, this was, I can't say much without spoiling it, but what did you think?
I thought it was great. I think, actually to your point, as I started reading it, and the reason that I just listed that I think is really enjoyable, but initially I was nervous because I feel like every time we're reading about a fight with Doom, it's always like, we're upping the ante. Mm-hmm. We're doing one more thing. We're doing one more bigger hit. And the question is always like, okay, why didn't they just make the biggest hit possible initially?
The first time.
Yeah, and it feels like an anime fight where it's like we keep leveling up, but nothing good is happening. So it feels like they're dragging it out. But I was excited to turn every page. Yeah. So whatever they're doing it well because I'm happy to read about it.
Yeah. And R.B. Silva's drawing the bonkers out of this.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a good looking book. And the colors are, you know what? We should mention the colors because the colors in this are glorious. Flipping. David Curiel. Yeah, this is awesome. Oh, and my buddy Ben Harvey did the cover. Again, he's great. So yeah, this was Fresh AF.
Fresh AF.
For me.
For sure.
Good way to end the show. One World Under Doom number 8.
Yeah.
And I'm very much looking forward to number 9.
If you're keeping up with the event, keep reading it. If you're not keeping up with the event, go backwards.
Go read it. It's great. All right, we did it. So on Wednesday nights, we live stream the CultPOP YouTube channel. And is that today? That's tonight. We're going to be talking about Black Phone, which is a movie that came out in 2022, I want to say, and it's based on a story by Joe Hill, who is Stephen King's son. And the sequel is coming out this weekend, Black Phone 2. Very clever title. And we're going to be doing that next week. So yeah, if you want to hang out with us and chat about Black Phone and horror, I think we're going to have a conversation about intro to horror for the younger, for like maybe the young teens.
What about for scared 30-year-olds like me?
Yeah, also good.
Great.
Yeah. So I guess that's it. Join us on our live streams at 8 p.m. on Wednesday nights, and then you can also check out Fresh Floppies every Thursday morning. I try to drop them, and that's it. We did it. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, Jeremy. Do you want to say goodbye to the people? You want to say goodbye to Noel, who's not listening?
No. I love you, man.
Oh,
I miss you.
Yeah. Feel better about it.
Audience, I love you too. I don't miss you because I don't know if you were ever here. But when you are here, I'll love you.
Yep. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, and we'll talk at you later.